Let's go.
Hello. Okay, so third installment. So basically, this is the group that I've been leveling, like I mentioned before. Three mages, druid, and a cleric, and myself, basically an enchanter. So we got an enchanter, a cleric, druid, and three mages. This is on the TLP. This is on Yellownick. So it's actually live. The date is August 5th. So they just basically actually a week or two ago, opened up Canark. So that's where we're at. So it's pretty much there's not much content that's open. There are a few things to do. Um, Basically, I'm in over there, um, and basically I've already gotten the key for Howling Stones and already cleared that content. But just to let you guys know, that's basically where we're at. Let me just get rid of this stuff so it's not bothers people trying to read stuff. So basically, um, got a macro key. Basically, opens up inviting every person into the group. Very quick way to just get everybody in. A lot of these keys are basically just to save you time. You can do everything manually. You can click on each individual, right, and add them to your group manually. Um, so you can do however way you want it. I try and macro things just to cut things down. Again, all the macros are in-game functions. It's either a function within the game, or it's something that you can use the key binding function to um, bind to. Um, and that's basically it. The other characters basically have assist, but well, they have a follow button, so they all have a follow button. The way they would have it set up is the target and the main character. I think the main one is Tempora, right? And follow. So you're targeting me and then following. So basically, I'll show you just hitting one key on each of the keyboards, and you'll see that they'll basically should run to me. So they're all on follow now, right? Pretty quick. I'm not again. This is all done manually. Okay. Other thing I have at quick key is just hitting the equals for them to basically meditate. Why is this one not working? Okay. Um, Basic functions. It's pretty fast. Well, I've just gotten used to the way I've got it set up. The keyboards are around me in an arc, so it's really easy to get to them. The main macro key is functioned off of the space bar, so that's basically if I hit the space bar, I'll set up the hotkey to basically. So if I hit the space bar, 8 will go. Okay, and I've done that setup on each mage. So the mage's assist will basically be something like this: assist Templora, pause, send a pet, pause, and then I'll usually have slash cast and then whatever they are. Usually the first, I'll set it up on all of the three mages the same way. That way, it's all the same thing. Um, and that's pretty much it's pretty much it for setting up the group to run around. Everything else is just playing the game, right? Like putting soul on everybody. Try and use the functions within the game. Um, Sorry, put clarity on everybody, right? Buffing everybody, using all the group buffs as much as possible. you know. And then in the individual, as I play and as I move, I'll buff as we grow, making sure all the pets have their buffs. And if you set these all to separate keys and stuff, you're just hammering one key because they're buttons. I mean, it's stuff that you do over and over again. Like burnout, you're putting on the pets all the time. You're putting um, fire shield on the pets all the time. Basically, you can create those buttons. You know, um, again, it's not instant, it's not 100%, but it is what it is. Um, yeah, so that's quickly just doing that. Um, and then I guess like once you have the keys set up, it's pretty straightforward to move around. Um, what I can show you is actually since I'm here, it's pretty straightforward. I don't know if you guys have seen Howling Stones yet. Well, I think everybody has. Classic's been around for freaking years. But here, I'll just show breaking into Howling Stones. A lot of the things that I do, I just like it's pretty straightforward. There's the first thing there. Hammer the space bar. Pets are sent in. They get the aggro. Pretty clear. Pretty straightforward. Hammering the space bar sends them all to assist my target. Um, using basically the auto follow of the game. Um, yeah, there is some there is a learning curve. Like when you're going around turns, like this guy here. See, he's already lost his 3 characters, right? It's just timing, I guess. But when you turn right, always make a follow the left. If you're going left, follow the right. And if you do wide swings like that, most of your characters won't get stuck. Depends on your machines. Um, like for me, I've got 5 other crappy machines. So, I've turned down basically the graphics and everything on those. Um, so that it's pretty straightforward and pretty easy. I'm not really looking for how great those machines look. It's really just functionality, right? So again, you know, your enchanter is your main person, is your main guy. You highlight, send the pets. Here, I'll show you how to. Like I can hammer each space bar and it sends the pets and blasts like insta kill, right? So I know they're gray, but like I said, it's pretty straightforward. I'm pretty into just with this group makeup. I don't really avoid too much. I just kill everything. Everything drops coin. Coin is great. It all adds up. You buy your Krona, you know, as you progress through the game, and that's it. I've got a couple, um, things that drop. Let me see here, like this. That's a hate drop. Just to show you that, I can get stuff in hate. You get your boots, um, stuff like that. Like it's pretty straightforward. The jewel crafting, being able to create all your own stuff. It's it just helps to zip through everything yourself. Um, because you're equipping the guys. Equipping mages are the easiest. You don't have to worry about too much stuff, like like your 3 mages. Like the gear that's on them is it's pretty much just jewel crafting and the cloaks. And the cloaks were easy because they were just quests. Once I run a couple more times, a couple more runs of hate, um, most likely I'll get all um, the mage drops from there. Basically, I'll just run hate until they're fully equipped. It's very easy, 0 cost to you, right? And that's pretty much it. So I've already gotten the key. So basically just, left click gets you in here. I know there's a group ahead of us, so hopefully we won't have to worry about clearing the start of it. But if it is, it is. Our group is pretty much um, solid, and it looks pretty clear. A lot of people in the zone, so not knowing where anybody's gotten to. Um, so what I can do is I'll drop down and maybe I'll clear the bottom area, just so you can see how straightforward it is. Just waiting for the Druid to zone. Like I said, the machines are not the quickest. Functionality is just being able to play the character on the one. That's it. Just making sure everybody's on follow. And then here, what I'll do is I'll just drop down. Let's put ourselves in a bind here. Here we go. All right, we're all at the bottom. There we go. We got a bunch of stuff here. What I'll do is, and then like I said, having a cleric, being able to just keep your guys going kind of thing, right? Like I'll grab this first guy. I'll just charm him. Right? And like I said, having a cleric, um, throwing a buff on him. The druid, adds the buff. Um, sorry, mages, throw fire on them, and then quickly that crappy pet's now pretty pretty beefy, right? So I'll use this. Oop, I was gonna pull them, but here we'll just send the pets. So I hammer the space bars, and away the pets go. So this is without casting. These are the pets just basically hammering that thing down. And you can see it goes down really quick. I know it's turquoise. Oh, we got an ad. Not a biggie. Just basically put the pets down. Now, if I wanted to blast this guy out, say that was a situation, just hammer the mages, and boom. Right. So the gameplay is fairly simple. I think anybody can basically play this format. Because you just hammer this. Like I said, when you're setting up the macros, you're hammering the space bars, and the space bar on the mage side is basically sending the pet out, assisting the um, enchanter, sending the pet, and blasting. And I usually use um, like one of the shock spells so that it's mana efficient. And with clarity, I rarely have to sit them down. You can see the bars are not even touched, right? Theft of thought, right? And then basically that's it. Rinse and repeat. Just send the pats, kill. Pretty straightforward. Hammer stuff down, and yeah, collect. Um, spell drops. Anything else that's needed. So that's a quick overview. You can see how simple it is going through the content, even with this dungeon. This dungeon is, to me, I rated it a little bit harder than most of the other dungeons. You're always getting swarmed. The respawn here is just very high. Um, and a lot of the rooms you're looking at least 4 to 5 mobs at a time. So it challenges you. So I wouldn't, 6-man crew this as a beginner thing. I would say, once you've practiced a bit and you've gotten all your macros set up, then you can attempt something like this. But start small, work your way up. Once you get practiced, away you go. So hopefully that gives you a quick overview of the play functionality of it. And yeah, that's basically it. So like I said before, with the Druid, one of the neat things is being able to teleport wherever you want to be, um, wherever you want to go, using it as evac or whatever. Um, and one of the big ones I mentioned in previous videos is Surefall Glade. Surefall Glade is amazing because again, it's got a bank, it's got the parcel, um, and it's got vendors right there. So you're good to go. It's quick and clean. It's a good spot to zip. That's where I'm gonna go, and that's where I usually log out and set up ready to go. So hopefully this one helped you. This gave you an overview. First video showed you a little bit of macros. I showed you a little bit here too. Second was, group group makeup, and then basically here I just showed you, what the group is, how it makes up, how the keys work, right? I'm not saying that everything is 100%, but everything is manual. It's 6 machines, 6 accounts, 6 keyboards, 6 mice, and basically I run them, and as you can see, it's not that tough. Okay, hopefully that was fun. Like I said, next content I'll try and get my guys to another place and give you another show of arms. All right, take care.
Thanks for watching.